Good morning, welcome to Life of a Dad. It's been a while since I posted last. Whether you can see there, but there's a bit of surgery on the old neck, but we'll come back to that. We will do a recap of 2023, but today is the start of a new year, 2024. And I think that one of the biggest things we all do at the start of a new year is we choose a New Year's resolution. Now, the reason for this post is to help those people decide on what that should be. Now, most people will choose an unrealistic goal. It'll be unachievable, they'll have failed by the end of January, and they won't feel great about things. For the first time in 41 years, I set an objective last year, which has helped me massively in life, and I wanted to share what I chose as my objective. So I'm quite an emotional person. I'm very susceptible to work, family, lots of pressures that we all face, and if I allow my emotions to dictate my objectives, then I will always fail. So the one objective that I choose, I run with my wife a car dealership, and so the objective I set myself was to try and distance myself from the emotions of running a car dealership, and to get away from my emotions mimicking the state of the marketplace, which obviously over the last few years has been very volatile. We've had Brexit, we've had hyperinflation, we've had COVID, we've had so many things to contend with that you know would normally break most people, but we keep moving forward. So the objective I set myself was businesses revolve around, you know, capital and funding and cash flow and all those things. And what we tend to find is that when you go through a difficult time in business, you tend to clam up, you tend to hit the brakes. And what that does, it creates a buffeting effect. So in simplicity, my job running a car dealership is to make sure that I've got the right products in the right place, presented right, priced right, promoted right, and all those things. So what I need to do, the very fundamentals are that the funds that I've got in the business need to be fully employed in stock. Now, I don't mean old stock. We get onto stock turn and make sure you turn stock quickly, but as long as the funds, you know, can generate more profit being sat in stock, then there's no point in them being in the bank. So at the start of the year, I said to myself, the only thing I need to do is make sure that those funds are fully utilised, and by that we're at full stock capacity all the time. Now, the reason why this needs to happen is because every time it goes quiet and you hit that brake, what do? You stop buying, you clam up, you try and raise your cash flow because you want your comfort blanket, and unfortunately fortune favours the brave. So what you need to do really is keep those funds fully utilised, even when you feel like your gut's telling you it's the wrong thing to do. If there's money in the bank earning no interest, then it needs to be in stock. Now, people say, oh, that's a bit, you know, risky and, you know, and whatever else. There are other things to do when it goes quiet and things aren't very, very busy when you hold stock. So what you need to do is you need to find ways to increase your stock turn. So there's no point sitting on stock that's now devalued with no profit in it. It needs to go. So you need to go back through all your stock, make sure it's priced right, presented right. What can you do to add more value? For me, it's cars. Can you change the colour of the wheels? Can you add a feature to it? Is the write-up right? What can I do to move this car? If you get, you know, an offer on the car, it goes. And what you need to do is increase that stock turn when it goes quiet. So you have to get busier. You have to be more proactive and get busy. And then what you do, you take those funds and you reinvest them into new stock at the lower prices, because obviously the prices have fallen, and that way it's like stocks and shares. Now, just to go back to the emotional side of why we hit the brakes when we perceive a threat, it's like driving a car on the motorway. If we're on the motorway and everyone does 70 miles an hour down that motorway, everyone will flow nice and easy. As soon as somebody perceives a threat and they slam on that brake, what happens? It has a knock-on effect. We all slam on the brakes, and so the motorway clogs up, everything slows down, we don't reach the destination. So what I'm trying to say is, rather than hitting that brake, is the things that we can do to speed things up to get a better result. So that's the first thing. So that's what worked for me, in 2023. I found something, an objective, that would negate all my emotions, was a purely objective, achievable goal, and I set it and I achieved it. So the first achievable goal. This year, I'm going to try and do something a little bit different this year. I'm going to set a different objective, and it was very evident this morning how difficult it actually was. So the objective I've set myself in 2024 is me. So I need to be the best version of me. The best version of me needs to be healthy, happy, emotionally strong, and if I am all of those things, my family will prosper, work will prosper, and life will be so much better. So where am I now? It's early morning, I'm at David Lloyd. Now I got up this morning, my children were still in bed, they didn't want to get out of bed. I was under pressure, I had to get them to the grandparents. I knew I had to be in work because it's the first day back after Christmas. Fortunately, I've got some fantastic staff. They're all very, very capable. So I got in the car, and my first thought was, I need to get to work. Why do I need to get to work? There's people there who can deal with things. I don't need to get to work. Nobody else is up. Everybody's still in bed. I can't hit the phones. Other businesses are not open. There's not many things I can do other than get to work and have a cup of tea. So I don't need to do that. So at the end of the road, I can either turn left and go to work, or right and go to the gym. So I'm at the gym. Now that sounds a really easy decision, but last year I would have turned left and gone to work. This year I'm going to be far more efficient. I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to delegate more work, and I'm going to invest in other people, and that should get me a better quality of life and make me more comfortable, because I suffer what more people suffer from. I feel guilty if I'm not in work, and you shouldn't. We've only got the most important currency in life is your time, and when you go to work, you're giving your time in exchange for money. Now what you need to do is find a way where you can keep your own time but still generate your money, and that's my objective this year. Is that when I get when I get up in the morning and I've got a choice to go left and right, I'm going to turn right and I'm going to invest in me. And that's what I expect you to do this year. So have a great 2024, look after yourselves, and keep fighting.